I would take all of this stuff again. Inshallah, I get an opportunity to do it again because it was definitely the best experience that I've ever had in my life, along with having my nikah with my husband. So this is everything that I had in my bag. So firstly, this was the rucksack that I took with me. Highly recommend it because it's super light, because the main thing is just made out of fabric, but it's kind of like a PE bag, but more strong, more sturdy, with loads of compartments. So you get all of the benefits that you would with a PE bag. You like can rely on it more. I went with my husband, sister-in-law, brother-in-law, cousin-in-law, mother-in-law, father-in-law. So basically, obviously all my family. What I had in it. So I have these fluffy slippers that were like indoor only, so that if I needed them in a mosque or something, I just had them. They're still clean. And you can also chuck them in the wash as well, so they're just reusable. I have my travel prayer mat. Then I had 2 shoe bags. So these are really important because one, I could put the slippers in, the other I can have put my Crocs in, for example. So yeah, and then shoes would fit in here. Like Crocs could also fit in here because it opens up like this, so it opens nice and big. Like Umrah guidebooks, I didn't actually have these in here. My sister-in-law gave those to me. Then I had knee pads. Oh my gosh, these were an absolute lifesaver. I have everything linked below for you. I need knee supports anyway if I'm doing exercise. So when I was doing the Umrah, I had these on the whole time. And they just kept my knees nice and secure. And I think they made walking way easier. I think if you've got any like knee problems, hip problems or back problems, these could really help you. And also then when we went down into Sajda and stuff, my knees were slightly protected because it has like a slight bit of padding here. Little bag pouch. This pouch is from H&M. I took this electronic fan. I can't find the exact one on Amazon, but I'll link something similar. And it goes up by like 3 settings. Additional support, it has a little stand. I had these wipes, which are just like hygiene wipes. They are flushable. Obviously tissues. This is like a spray bottle, which was definitely really handy because you could fill it out with Zamzam, spray it on your face if you were getting hot. Dry it. I had another spare bag. And this one had more things that I didn't particularly need too much. Antibacterial wipes was useful. So just whatever immediate pills I might need. A power bank, and it has its own cable which goes into the USB bit of a like iPhone charger, for example. And this was the cable to charge the fan up as well. Sickness tablets, hairbands. I think some AirPods in case I wanted to listen to Quran or like YouTube videos. And then just some health and safety bits. So plasters, blister plaster, a wound cleansing wipe and a spare tissue. I was always carrying my COVID mask here, but that's been binned now, and I was carrying an empty plastic water bottle just from Primark in here, and I just kept filling that up with Zamzam. It meant I was drinking, I like knew how much water I was drinking in the day. These sunglasses because they're super slim and cheap. Yeah, my sister-in-law got me this. Literally amazing. Amazing. I only used this one magnet the whole time. I had hijab caps and then jersey hijabs. The hijab caps were 100% cotton, and then I had jersey hijabs, and I would highly recommend that, and I would only ever use those if I go again. A dusty counter on me. I got this out there. So this Labaik Umrah guide, and it has this like Dean cards lanyard, was just fantastic. It has like loads of du'as in it, and it's numbered as well, the pages. At a glance, entering the masjid, istilam, dawaf, nafil prayer, zamzam, sa'i, taqsir. Then it gives you like dua for leaving home, dua for travel, intention for umrah, talbiyah, etiquettes of the masjid, entering the masjid, the adhan, dua after adhan, the first sight of the Kaaba, significance of tawaf, intention to perform tawaf, recite during tawaf, dua between Yemeni corner and Black Stone, dua at Maqam Ibrahim, dua after drinking Zamzam, significance of sa'i, intention for sa'i, approaching Safa, dua at Safa Marwa, remembrance of Allah, dua for leaving the masjid, Durood Ibrahim, virtues of Medina, visiting the Rauda, conveying salam to the Prophet, salam on behalf of others, guidance, greeting Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, greeting Umar ibn Khattab, Masjid Quba, best dua for forgiveness and best dua for forgiveness. And then you can put like some details on this last card. These were amazing. I gave these ones to my husband, and then I had these ones. It's the mini Umrah guide, and it just has this lanyard here, which is the Muslim Journal Company, and it's basically the exact same thing, just slightly different. That's the contents page. That is the Kaaba, a label diagram. I would actually say that if you can, get both. I don't want to like encourage consumerism, but like, for example, my husband found this one easier to follow and read, and like the layout was better, whereas I found this one easier to read and I found the layout more suitable to me. They both have, you don't have to get both, they both have suitable information. They both actually have the exact same information in them, just maybe just slightly different. I would also recommend that you try to get all this stuff way before you go, and that you read and memorize some of these duas, if not all of them, before you go. If I was to go again, I would definitely try to memorize things before I went. And I think a good way of doing that is maybe recording yourself saying them and then AirPod listening to it, or AirPod listening to someone else say them all the time, because you don't really want to be faffing around with cards while you're trying to have the loveliest experience ever. So in hindsight, that's what I would do differently if I was smarter. And I just slot these two. There's two perfect slots in the front of this rucksack. So there's two big slots here at the top of the rucksack. I just slotted them in. What I packed, cousin-in-law brought it with her. She packed fragrance-free hand soap, fragrance-free body wash, fragrance-free shampoo, and fragrance-free conditioner. I would highly, highly, highly recommend that you pack that if you can. I definitely needed it. I'm so glad she brought it. So I only packed 3 abayas for 7 days because I knew that I wanted to buy some out there. I ended up getting 2 out there, but if you have enough abayas and you don't plan on buying any, definitely take 1 abaya for every day. Also did pack 5 plain t-shirts and 5 plain vests, and I would say that if you're going in a warmer month, you only need to take vests. You don't need t-shirts as well. I literally just wore the loose trousers and the vests every day under the abaya. So yeah, the things that I would do differently is I would pack more abayas if I didn't plan on buying some out there. So 1 for every day that you're there, because you get sweaty and you get grubby, and also when you're like praying and going to the mosque and stuff, it's nice to feel clean and fresh. And yeah, I would not take t-shirts. I would just stick to the vests, and I wouldn't pack the t-shirts, and instead I would pack more abayas. So yeah, those would be the things I would do differently. Other than that, everything else was sound, everything else I used, and everything else came in really handy. Crocs are absolutely essential. The 3 pairs of shoes that I took for the whole trip was the Crocs, and I wore them from my house to the airport all through the trip. They were the ones that I would wear like on outside ground, and then I would put in a shoe bag and put in my bag. Then I had a clean pair of flip-flops for anything indoors related, and I had my clean pair of slippers that was for anything indoors related. So yeah, and I wore my Crocs with socks pretty much the whole time, unless I got really hot, then I took the socks off. So yeah, just 3 pairs of shoes, flip-flops, slippers and Crocs. Also, just quickly wanted to mention this was an absolute essential. It is a phone case with a lanyard attached, and I had this on me the whole time around my neck just to feel kind of safe and hands-free. Flowy pants black, flowy pants black 2, flowy pants white, flowy pants beige, t-shirt 1, and this is gonna make you laugh, white t-shirt 2, white t-shirt 3, white t-shirt 4, white t-shirt 5, and beige t-shirt 6. Here's abaya 1, abaya 2, abaya 3, scarf 1, scarf 2, scarf 3. So that's like beige, white and brown. I have beige, black, white and brown. Abayas, t-shirts, scarves, caps, trousers, vests, PJs. Then I'll just need socks and pants. But that is it.